vortex. Oh my god. Did y'all see that? That scared the shit out of me. I kind of wish I was filming that, but it's okay. A bunch of green powder just started spewing out of a truck. And I hope that Fiona's okay. I hope that Fiona's not going to choke on it later. It's probably like, what's that stuff that they put on grass? Pesticides and shit like that. Let's see. We're gonna inch up close to the truck and see what it was. Because now I'm really, really curious. Yeah, so I was totally honest with my mom last night about the situation that I'm in. And she's really mad at me. Well, she's actually not as mad as I was expecting her to be, but she's still kind of upset. Let's see. Let's see what this is. Lowe's. It's a Lowe's truck. God, I wish I had filmed that. It was just a bunch of green powder. It's almost like it was all for me. Maybe it's because I was talking about Jesus. See, this is the problem with like being a bigger picture person that like reads into every motherfucking thing. It's like I'm always trying to find the deeper meaning behind everything that happens to me. And I realized that this can get me in trouble. Like the situation that I'm in right now, it's like I told myself that, you know, the whole reason why was trying to help these people out was because, oh, I was supposed to do that, and it's like part of my Christian duty. But my mom wholeheartedly disagreed with that. I mean, it's their condo, you know, but I had to be honest with them. Like, it was just eating at me, man. And I knew that, like, when I said yes, I knew that. Because I'm the type of person, like, has to be honest with people. And if I don't, like, it just gnaws at my soul, you know? Guess what doesn't gnaw at my soul? Nature's tranquility. This was 99 cents to Goodwill. And I think that I really need this right now. We are currently listening to the Amazon Rainforest Suite. Yeah, man. I'm always wondering about, like, what it means. Like, every single thing that happens, I'm always wondering what the deeper meaning of it is. Whether it happens to me, or it happens to somebody else, or it happens to the world. So, we are naturally very conspiratorial. But I have to keep in mind that, like, I don't know. Like, that's my ego telling me that I know stuff. Because sometimes I don't. I mean, I can speculate and I can notice things. But doesn't mean that it is the way that I think it is. All because I'm so inclined to go that direction. And I've done that so many times. Like this whole living situation that I'm in now, where I just allowed people to stay in my house that probably weren't. It's not a good idea. It's not a good idea to allow drug addicts in your house, you know, especially when you don't do drugs anymore. It'd be different if I was getting high every day, but I'm not doing that anymore, man. And it's bad enough, like, having to constantly be around that. I mean, it's not even a temptation for me. I think about weed a lot more when I'm not around it. If anything, being around it motivates me to stay away from it. Like, there's literally no better place for me to maintain my sobriety than a bar, because it's like you get to see example after example after example of why you quit, you know? Not to be judgmental or anything like that, because I'm not judging anybody for their life decisions, but it's a little different being in my house, you know? My last roommate was an alcoholic. She swore up and down that her kids saved her life, and she used to be a drunk, and then she had a child, and he just totally changed everything for her. Bitch, I found a traveler bottle, I think it was a traveler bottle, of vodka, an empty bottle of vodka in the linen closet. Now that is some classic alcoholic shit when you're hiding it. You don't have to hide things that aren't a problem, you know? But you know, she had a boyfriend who was real bad drunk. I mean, he threw a chair down my staircase. And you know, it's like I want to help people out, but I realize that, you know, it's not actually helping them. I'm enabling them. And this dude, like, I feel like if it was just one of them, it wouldn't be as bad, but because it's both of them, and they're both just like feeding off of each other's addiction and codependency, it's just fucking toxic. Arlo wouldn't even eat his food this morning because he was so scared. I just hope it's not an issue. I hope it's not an issue like making them leave. Because like they know they have to be gone by the end of the week. Who knows? The world might not even be here by the end of the week, so that'd be kind of cool too. That work out better for everybody, wouldn't it? But I don't know, man. Anything's possible, right? I really want to continue comedy though. That's my true calling. Now I know that God has a plan for me. I feel like that's the plan. He wants me to do whatever I possibly can to continue to make people laugh. And it's important that people hear the word of God. It's important that they know that that's where it comes from. They're like, my ability to make people laugh, my ability to play music, my ability to reach people, that is 100% from God. So that's what's motivating me right now. But I will say, you know, I quit smoking marijuana in March, I think. April, May, June, July, August, September, October. Holy shit, it's been like almost 8 months. It's crazy. I mean, I'll be honest, I fucked with some Delta 8, which is technically weed. It's just not, it's not that same level. But straight up weed, I stopped messing with it. I'm thinking about just giving the remainder of my Delta 8 to them as like some sort of going away present, so I don't have to deal with it anymore. Because it's one of those things where it's like, I've been a smoker for so long. Old habits die hard, right? See, I'll tell myself that's the reason why they came to stay here, so you could give them that package. Yeah, I got this Delta 8 when I was in Myrtle Beach with Judson. It's because I was stressed out, you know? And I was like, well, this isn't real weed, so it's okay. But you know, it didn't make anything better, man. And I realized that, like, it's just a distraction. It's one thing if, like, drugs enhance your life, but if they don't do that, then it's like you're just doing it because you're either bored or you can't figure shit out. You can't figure shit out. So you say, well, I'm just going to do this for the time being. And then the time being turns into, you know, your whole life. It's like I was a pot smoker, like on and off, but the majority of the time, 20 years, man. So that's why it's like, it's kind of obvious why it's not necessary for me anymore, but I just look at people I work with, I look at all the people I do comedy with, and it's like, yeah, their life isn't changing at all. Like, I've had really significant spiritual experiences, and I don't know, I feel like my comedy continues to be fluid and bouncy, you know? My comedy has a natural buoyancy to it, and it's like with drugs and alcohol, it's like you get stuck in one particular mindset. And you know, I love Mitch Hedberg, man. I love Mitch Hedberg. But I wonder though, it's like, well, if he wasn't on drugs, like, he'd still be funny. And he would have been with us a lot longer. So, I don't know, it just makes me sad, like, and I mean, I know I talk about the smartphones a lot, but yeah, it's like, I think about what all society could be if we weren't just so obsessed with distractions, man. If we weren't, God, it's making me really sad. Yet another video where Amy Gross weeps for the world. I mean, the fact that people would choose this music though, man. It's like they choose what they choose when they can have it so much better. They could drink from the water of life, and they choose booze. It's like everything's booze, really, you know? I mean, a smartphone's booze. Why do you think they call that shit juice? Like, oh yeah, my phone doesn't have any juice left. It's just, people just have no idea. They could actually be happy, man. But they choose to just be distracted. That's just fucking sad.